The Mapei boys driving again. As soon as we hit the cobbles, everyone's looking for shelter. As I say, you can't really shelter on the cobbles. The side of the road, the gaps are starting to open up. Remember, we only had 20 riders left in this group. The Mapei boys on the front just driving and driving. The gaps are starting to open up. A little 4 away here. Chimil's up there.
That's dangerous. In fact, they've got 3 out of the 4 at the moment, and that's the Telecom rider. Could be Ludwig trying to go across them. We certainly know there are 2 Telecom riders in there. Isabel, that's right, Isabel and Ludwig, I think, because the one at the back could be Isabel, has been to struggle quite a bit now, but the gap is opening up quite a bit. This is an enormous lead as far as they're concerned. And that's the chasing group at the moment. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. There's no more than about 35 riders in that one, so the race really has formed now. Somebody jammed in between the chasing group and the main pack, and that looks to me like a leader probably well in excess of minutes. That's...
And the problem is in the front group we got, I think it's actually 5 Mapei guys. So that's where the problem's going to be, because they're not the 3 workers are not going to stop working. They're going to keep driving.
Well, I put my watch on that one to see if I could do a time check. It depends if the camera goes back and picks up the chasers at the moment. But certainly Mapei there, of the 4 riders, 3 of them are Mapei. And look at the way they're rolling along here. Certainly Museo is in that little group at the moment, and they look a bit like Taffy on the front at the moment. Let's check out who we got. And so they just are absolutely splitting this race wide open at the seams. Mapei looking so cool, so calm, so collected. Brilliant.
So there's Taffy there, just behind him is Chimil. And in 3rd place there, it looks like Ballerini, followed by Museo. So Chimil just gets out of the saddle there just to try to get a bit of relax, tries to miss the holes. This is a fabulous move here for Mapei. They sent the early break off with 2 riders, and now the race is split into pieces. And they've got 5 riders in the front group. We get up to. This is like a ride in the park. Look at them side by side, having something to eat, having a drink. They're going to wait for Botolami to get back up. As soon as he gets back up, Taffy will start working again. Maybe Botolami can get a bit of a rest. He wants a drink. That's what he's shaking his hand for there. And then, but what you got to remember, when he says he wants a drink, the team car's going to come up and hopefully block a little bit of wind off from him as well. So this is all in the professional game. As we look at it again, Taffy's just taking it easy. Johan Museo, the team leader, is looking over his shoulder. It's unbelievable. This is the Paris Roubaix, the queen of the classics, and they're riding like it's just a day in the park. So the cars are pulling over, the Mavic service car pulls over, and up comes Jean-Luc Botolami. There he is, he's closing the gap now, very, very... In the red car there, that's the commissaire to make sure everything's going well. It's a bit like the referee is in football, as Botolami makes the bridge across the gap.
Well, this is not a very happy day for the Mapei team, one of the biggest sponsored teams there are, with lots of money. Just shows you how much money you might have in the kitty to support your ride, give them all the best training, all the best opportunities, select riders for certain events. I mean, Mapei also, we've not seen the tour season yet, when they come into their own then, and the tour season starts off with people like Romiger going full flight for them. Just shows the strength in depth they've got at the moment. But for all that money, anybody can puncture a tyre. Whatever happens now, as we're on the 8th section of Pavé there, 3,000 metres of Pavé as such, and the 8th section now is 62 kilometres to go.
The interesting thing there, Davey, was he actually punctured on the smooth road. It wasn't on the Pavé, was it? Maybe he got a flint from the Pavé. So back again, all the 3 leaders again. Gianluca Botolami's got back after his puncture. Andrew Taffy's there, the other Italian, and also Johan Museo. Remember, they're all in the same team. Okay, two are from Italy, 1 from Belgium, but the team leader for today is actually Johan Museo. As we look at the gap again, it's 1 minute 3 seconds to the 4 chasers. Remember, one of those chasers is number 1. Franco Ballerini's in the same team. And as I say that, we go back to the chasers. The team car comes up from Gius.
That shows, in fact, actually, that 1 minute and 3 seconds, that despite that puncture, they didn't close it down very much at the moment. And so these 4 riders still got a lot of work to do. They're going now into section 8 of the pavé. One thing normally as we go on to the last stage of the set of the cobbles here, with just 1,700 metres of cobbles here ahead of them, that Taffy is going to miss his turn unless he really is tired. But you never know with the tactics. He may have had a word with Bortolami, and although they're in the same team, you can never tell when you get 2 members of the same nation, even around the same team, because Museo would like to get this one. They had Bortolami win Canton Classic. That was at the 94 when he beat Museo in the sprint. So Bortolami is also a man who can go quickly towards the end. It could be between Bortolami and Museo, and Taffy, I don't know what part he's going to have to play in this one.
Yeah, the Win Canton Classic, which is obviously in Great Britain, put on by Sport for Television, also brought us the Tour de France and brought us other the city centre races, which are going on this year as well. I think they're going on in July towards August. So here the 3 leaders again. They're coming to the left-hand bend. Big support there. Look at that. But are we going to have problems with this Mapei team towards the end? I mean, this could be exciting. But as I say, that Taffy's still on the front. I think maybe the director sportive is telling him what to do. The hand goes up at Museo. Museo wants that team car up there. He wants to know what the position is. Or has he got a puncher? This could be problems. Oh no, I'm looking around. It's a puncher. I think it's a puncher, back wheel puncher for Johan Museo. Now, what are the 2 Italians going to do? Crevaison, as they say in France. What's going to go on?
Are they going to work it out together? I'm sorry, we're getting some pictures. Difficult with our pictures, but no, they're riding together. They're riding on either side of the road. They look like they're relaxed about the whole thing now. And they're going to wait for Museo to come back, or are they? They're chatting and they're sitting up. Yes, they're going to wait for him. They're going to wait for him.
Now this is excellent work here by the Mapei team. They realise who the team are they. It's like, I don't know. I'm not too sure if he's given it 100% or not. Or I shouldn't say 100%.
They're rolling. They're still rolling.
They look like they're still rolling, but
not racing hard. They're not actually on the rivet at all.
But it's like I think it was Sean Yates said to me this morning, to win this, it's got to be 250%, not 100%. And as we come back now, Johan Museo, he's got the bit between his teeth now. He knows he's got to get back across. Is he chasing his 2 teammates, or are they sitting up? This is going to be the crunch time. If Museo gets back, maybe he's got the win, but this race is not over yet. His 2 teammates are either side of the road, but I don't think they're actually going. No, they're being fair. Well, now here comes Museo. Museo's bringing it back across.
The team manager had just come up and had a word with him, so I think that he would already read the riot act to Taffy, that he's got to help the thing and put in a bit of turn of work on the front. So right now I think they're going to come back together, the 3 of them, and settle it out on the track when we get into Roubaix here, where this crowd's been watching it on this enormous screen. It's a fantastic screen, about the size of a house, an enormous great thing on the far side of the track, and everybody's sitting transfixed by what's happening. I'm sure the Belgians, 1 or 2 of them, probably had a heart attack out there with too much beer and pommes frites, which reminds me, my frites have gone terribly cold. I managed to get most of them damaged during the race so far this afternoon. His hand's gone back up again.
Yeah, the hand goes up. I think that's Bortolami now. Bortolami's hand's gone up. Maybe he wants a drink for the director or not. Some information, I don't know. Let's have a look what's going on here. He looks like something to eat. Maybe he's... But the director sports, I don't know. He's waving that hand now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe... I don't know if there is problems or not. I can't work it out. You're never using this sort of situation. As they say, that Johan Museo's just punched, it's gone to the front again. Bortolami's got his hand up in second place, Italian. Taffy's sitting on there again. This is such a strange position to be in. 3 riders from the same team. But Museo's concentrating. Got his Brico glasses poised on his nose there. Round the left-hand corner, nice close-up there, the motorcycle at the saddle. Remember, the legs are hurting. Remember, it's been over 200 kilometres. Museo's been away from nearly the beginning.
Well, with these 3 riders, I'm now coming in toward the outskirts of Roubaix. On this, the 100th anniversary of the first race. There haven't actually been 100 editions of it because, what with wars and so on, they haven't run right the way through. It's only the 94th, only the 94th. I ask you, it just shows you how cycle race racing has been going on over all these years. But on this, the 94th issue of the race, it looks like we're going to be treated to a sprint at the end. They're chatting amongst themselves at the moment about this one. So it's all down then. Can Bortolami put the old 1-2 across Museo did in the past, and Taffy, I think, is going to be pushed back into 3rd. He would like to sprint this one out, but Taffy is not the most rapid. He's just a workhorse, a very, very strong workhorse indeed.
Yeah, as we come down to just over 5 kilometres to go, so they're just, just outside the stadium, just approaching it. And there's a lot of conversation going on between these riders because everybody, obviously they want to win. Looks like Museo starting to drift to the back. He's the big sprinter, but don't forget, Jean-Luc Botolami's got a sprint on him. And if them two look at each other, then Taffy's going to escape. But they're all in the same team. What has the director sportif said? Who's going to win this one? Museo's looking comfortable. Look at that. Look, he's really concentrating. He had bad luck last week in Tour of Flanders. He said he was feeling good. He had problems with his wheels. Pat Liggett was here as well because she came up to me. She said, "Russell, I've never seen you looking so fit." So there you go. That's what a day off for. That's what a day off does for you.
If I've done what I said and ridden the last 40 kilometres today, you wouldn't have found it. But just with 2.5 kilometres to go now, are they going to wait till they get onto the track? When they come out on the track, the entrance to the track is on the far side from the finish line. They do a complete run through the finish line first time and come round and do one full lap. So a lap and a half for the riders on the run in toward the finish now. They'll be on this cobbles in the centre of the road.
And Museo's missing turns all the time. And look at him, he's out of saddle, he's flexing his legs. He's trying to get that fresh blood back into the legs. There's Taffy. Taffy knows he's got third place. No way is he going to win. But there is a possibility of the guy in the front, Jean-Luc Botolami, if he gets on the wheel of Museo, there's possibly a chance of him winning. But here we go. We're coming down to the last 2Ks now. But it looks like Jean-Luc Botolami's doing longer turns the whole time. So maybe it's going to be Museo, the team leader. Who knows? We're coming very closer and closer. Taffy's trying to come through, but Botolami's doing a really hard turn. But here comes Taffy, giving it. He's big on that 53 ring. He's down there on the 13. He's really churning. But look at Museo. He's out of the saddle. Look at it, side to side, flexing the legs. He's looking comfortable, just like a sprinter. There he is, shaking his legs a little bit. We're coming closer and closer. This is the big win he wanted. Remember, last week he blew it. Wasn't his fault. He had bite problems or maybe problems in the legs. They're doing the left turn here. We're getting closer and closer. And this is the fresh cobbles that David and I were talking about this morning. They couldn't quite make 50 kilometres, so they've thrown in some 300 metres of fresh cobbles. Remember, they're going to do 300 metres here, and then they're going to turn right. But what's happening here? Johan Museo started to make a move, or is he? Or is it me just getting excited? I think they've got a right-hand turn, because we're sitting in the stadium. They're going to come onto the stadium any minute, and I'm going to hand you over to David.
1 kilometre to go then. Museo looking for his first victory in this race. The last Belgian to win the race was Eddie Plancott in 1990. The whole of the crowd here is going absolutely bananas. We've got Duca Lascelles come alongside our commentary point now. He must be pleased with what he's seeing with a big turnout of people here, but there's not a Frenchman in the leading group. It's just been dominated by the Italians though, as up the front then, that man Museo is leading out at the moment. Museo is on the front, swinging the stadium erupts as he hits the concrete track and comes into our side at the finish point. Young Russell Williams here is getting so excited. He's a track man, Bold Russell, 20-odd times a British champion on the track, and now he's enjoying this with Museo on the front. Is that the best place to be? Surely not. Botolami is a good sprinter, Russell.
I'm just going to come in quickly. This could be a mistake here for Museo because he's got Botolami right in his wheel. Taffy's giving it a big arm, but this could be a mistake for Museo because Botolami has got a perfect idea. They're on the last lap. This could be it. Botolami's looking around, realises it could be between Botolami and Museo. Museo looks cool and collect. I'll leave it to you.
Taffy says, go on you two. I don't sprint. I've done my work. I've done my share. But it almost looks like a triumphant lap of honour for Museo. A past World Cup winner overall. And now they start to come down the back straight. As they look through here, they're almost letting it roll away, but you can never tell. I say Botolami has beaten it, but now they're putting the hand up. Look at this. This is a complete lap of honour. 1, 2 and 3 by the Mappé team. I've never seen anything like this before in this race or in a classic of this stature before. The 100th anniversary of the Paris Roubaix will be celebrated all the way throughout Italy and throughout Belgium. 1, 2 and 3. Mappé triumph with Museo first across the line. Botolami alongside him, Taffy into third spot. That was a dominant piece of bike racing, the like of which I've not seen before. Yes, they challenged 1, 2 and 3 for the same team in the Flèche Wallonne last year, but this was something else. It was over the hardest course in the world with more than their fair share of problems. The punctures that Museo had, the punctures that Ballerini had, they triumphed against adversity, and Museo rides home the victor, the 1996 Paris-Roubaix.
And that's just how a team should be. Look at that. They realised the team leader, Johan Museo, he had hard luck last week. And look at that. 1, 2, 3 for Mappé. Museo saying, come on, boys, come together. Look at that. Mappé's on the front. Mappé won. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter who wins.